finesse, as they call it. But if you had the eye to realize this, to see it, the same message, you see the difference. Camouflage they call it. Well, I see right through it. I see your spirit versus mine. And I see her, him that's looking. As they're finessed by it. Well, you can get a lot of clues from this. Why do you think I see this person? Because they're a freaking copycat. Coming as this light, as you call it. And so the light is in me to see the reflection. But this one's dark. And I don't like to look at it. But I do see it. And I don't want to look at it because of the situation. I have to look at it because I just have to for this reason.
This person.
Not knowing. That's the motivation. To see that I can go down the devil's tomb now and not be scared by it. Maybe so much be sealed by it. Let's just say because I know the difference.
And you don't know nothing.
If you're seeing like it's so much of a great thing and you turn around and don't even see me. When this is where it originally comes from, this is the truth of it. This is where it's supposed to be. And this person, this message, and that fool using it, deceiving, so they call it. Look what you do. Look what you see. You do not know the things of what you do. You don't know what you see. You just need to know these things. Don't trust me then. But dang sure don't trust them. Don't trust anybody. But you do for some reason, and when you do, you pick the wrong side every time. You can only choose. And once you do, you've known of it. The thing is that it's hard to get back from it. Every time, or how deep you go into it. So I'll pray for you and show mercy because I can never persuade you by this. Not that you didn't know it already going into it. I warned you. Individual self being within yourself, they have a right to. Individual. I have to go because I have to save myself. But you cannot say that I didn't try to save you and do the things of what my heart led me to do. I can go in there and I can see those things. And if you keep letting the world persuade you off of the things that you should know or the things that you should see, once you see me, you'll keep denying it because you would never think that a person like me could possess this. How really is this? To have to hear it. It's disappointing. But what can I do if I can't persuade you? It's just sad, isn't it? Because we're here to help you. And those are the things of what you're stuck on. See, you're stuck in your ways and your bad habits. What can I do? What can I do? You're sad. You're sad. And I came to help you. I came to help you because it made me sad in knowing it. And then to know that I'm going to be left empty-handed, knowing I could have saved this person. And they didn't want me to save them. It's not they didn't want help, they just didn't want me, Father, for some reason. Why is it because of it? You can tell me. I'm not ashamed of it. It's no surprising. It's just of your own people for some reason. Sounds kind of disgusting. It could have been a mirror image, and they still denied it. It was so sincere, and I wasn't even persuading. I even cried in front of them. And it was like they were stone cold. Eyes, but eyes wide open. I couldn't believe it because I didn't want to understand it. But I understood that it was happening, and I had to accept it because individually, that person can do what they want to do regardless, and I can't stop them by this. But can I just say that it hurts me? Because this is just what happens, and I have to see this. Yeah, the sin. I can't even amount to the things that you see, know, and hear, and feel. But can I just say that I feel this? Is this? This is the world that we live in. This is the world that you say you want to stay in. This is the world that you say that is nothing wrong with. This is the word that you so much give credit to, the physical, when it's so much damaging. You don't want to run from, no, you run to. Can I do? What can I do? Then to pray. Oh, you heard it. I say I talk this truth. Ain't I no prayer till you know it. I said, what am I doing different? You'll see my legs crossed, my fingers tilted. No, you hear me speaking. Ain't that so much the same as praying? This the truth. And when you on your knees, you pray of things that you don't even know that you really don't need. Praying about things that you don't really want. You don't really need. You praying about things that ain't sincere. You praying about things that are only suitable to your pleasures. And so you curse him and create a tantrum because of the things of which you seem as though he isn't receiving. The question is why would you think you're not praying if we have to say it basically? Why? Because there's no truth to this. Can I say it again? Because there's no truth to this. I'm just speaking. And there's power in the words, isn't it? I say in what words? These. This is truth. You don't know the difference. You're using and combining and flipping and twisting the message and not even know it. No in between this. You're not combining two when there's two different. Get that message, but you do it. And so if I say it this way in a parable of a riddle, you won't even get it. Well, that's just what I was just saying. You praying about things that is unruly to the person that is only fair. Speak to your devil and he gives it to you and you know it. But since you're praying, you think that he's supposed to hear this, and so he does, but receive it. Do you know that definition? Receive as in to give, and give as to receive. You're not getting anything from this because this is not him. The things in which you ask in. You ask this to the person that makes it. Man, car, luxury, vanity, pleasures, lust, the unruly, and the flesh. Things that you pray for, and you can't deny it. So tell me I ain't lying, or tell me I'm lying. Lie, and know that your spirit gonna testify against you. Your spirit was there when you was doing it. So I'm praying, and that's all I'm doing. I'm not crazy. I never been. But to think that I could have been. I mean, every side could have chosen me. Because you possess this. I tell you this, being stuck in that sorrow of a pit that made me angry at the same time of it. Shoot, I was stuck. And I didn't know where I was going. Those days were long. Lost. Because I don't know. I don't know what I know and what's happening. I can't control it. I am lost in these woods. I'm lost in this pit of sorrow. And I don't know how long I was there. It isn't fair. Because you don't believe it. You will make movies and stories and myths about this because it originated from a person. As people have lived through this. And you make movies and stories and myths because of it. And you think that since you watch TV that it just appeared out of nowhere because of this. And they've drawn that into your imagination. Yeah, that. And leave it in that message. Those things that they created came out of nowhere as you known of it. But these things come from the root of David. And it's always been this. He was before everything of this. He's the one that created it. As you known him. To be the first and the last. That's it. You need to know the true meaning of this. You need to know the true meanings of these mysteries. I'm going to expose it. So when you read these verses, you get it. And you see the true reality. And you see through the eyes, the heavenly eyes, through what he means by this. Because it's so much deep, so much ancient, way before this. It ain't even touching on the surface. It's way deep in the crevices. So if you think that you know, you still will never do, but you keep digging. Because every time you're going to find answers to this. Because there's an answer to this. And if man telling you, you better not trust it. And if anything, you go out there and find yourself anything. That's the best way to do it. You see that version? You see their versions? And you see what I mean by it. Now you understand. Now you have understanding, humbly speaking. Now you have understanding. And now you can say, I see, just from one thing. One word touches deeply. I ain't playing, I'm dead serious. But over there is nothing like that. It's just touching on the surface. I get it. Google definition, which relates to science. I said, that's cool. But you need to know where it comes from, the root. Just as you know mathematics, just as you know science. The message will be the same, the beginning. Twist it, reverse it, word it. You just best to know you better get the answer. X, same thing, every time. Because if it isn't, then you got the whole equation. If not, take it back to the root then. Something in that you made a mistake in. So no, you can't stop at the end. No, you can't start in the middle. You have to go back in the beginning. You, flush, versus you inside. You could be anything that you want to be from the surface. But your soul is his. And your souls lead eventually to the same person. And you can't change that. So crazy, you're right. I can act crazy. So let's leave it on the basic sense of it. Crazy if you want to be. If you want to act out in a tantrum, then do it. When you get frustrated, it's there to give you more of influence. But you cannot take away that who you are initially. You calm down from that tantrum. That's just who you are regularly. And you're just this calm person at ease inside. Pretty sure you're active, you have to do things, but your inside is saying, it's me. When you get home from a function and you say, because you take off your clothes, you take off your unruly covering of a mask, we call, because we're not blaming you, we're blaming of advertisement, entertainment, influencing other persuasion religiously. And when you do those things and they're off, hanging on a hook, it's me, it's me. That moment, yeah, you definitely can't deny it. Hear my story. What am I really saying? Just what I'm saying. That's it. There's no explanation other than just what you get by it. If the shoe fits accordingly, then you wear it. You, person, individually. It's just a message, just a message to possibly help somebody. But on the way, you need to know if the person's telling it, that I'm just saying that I've been through it, and it was me in the story. Just saying. I don't need pity, as you see. It's too late for it. That's not what it's there for. As you get it, that's me. You should be happy. Because I am. I'm happy because it's me. I'm happy because it was me. And I'm happy because you get to enjoy it and learn from it. That's me. Is this person still living? I'm the one reading it. So that feeling. Humbly speaking, you know it. People in these seats are there accordingly. Because people like you and me deserve something higher than this. As you see, how much amount of money could benefit me? Because I'm already more rich, or I possess what the true meaning of it is. I feel it. You ain't gotta tell me. I know it. Because what is money? Money doesn't even breathe. I tell you this. I hear you, Father, repent. If you so much worship it. It doesn't even breathe. It doesn't speak. And you seem like you just know it. I mean, you're in love with it. It is the delight of your life. You do something for it. Just holding it. I'll be really sad to say the things of what you do, because it's very much horrendous. So I think if the shoe fit, you best answer that fill in the blank because you know your answer to it. So please repent and just understand this. Like I said in the beginning, you'd rather want someone to help you remember of this before the time is too late and you, what? Eventually forget as you're doing and never come to the full truth of it. That's all I'm saying. Then you fill in the blank. Am I being too religious? I ain't really said nothing really. To say that maybe you might feel guilty in the end for some reason. It's basic sense. Things that you tell your children not to do, you're doing. Now if I say it that way, you'd be ashamed. So stop playing. You know you're wrong for it. When you see somebody else doing it, you don't even see your reflection until you hear it. And what? When you hear it, what? You bashing them, telling them to go upstairs, mind your business, and stay in the child place. Why? Because they spirit testify that you wicked. You don't like that spirit. Because the spirit telling you what it is. But all you see is them. And that's a child, isn't it? Let alone be your own child to see. Why he be lying? Why would he be lying then? Pride, isn't it? That's what it equals to. That's what we have to understand and see mercy on it. She's prideful, that's what it is. But the one question is, it didn't have to be that way to see. She could have just been honest. I said, so what it's going to be then? You want to hear from them? Or you want to just repent from this? Because I'm telling you it. I said, somebody going to judge you one day. And it might be your own reflection. You look in the mirror and see. Is that something you want to really be looking at? Really be knowing? Do you even recognize it? You don't even get it. I say, I can play this. I'm not perfect, called all day for you, for me, for everybody. You my people. I can say we not perfect, but you know now. Eventually, you have to choose. Every day you do. That one day, I say before you pass away, let that be that day that you turn from it. Let not that day go away. And then you have no day to change from it. Let not that happen, okay? Let not that be the case. Because then you would have no chance then. And you come back like the Scrooge in the spirit. And then what? Guilty conscience? That's obvious. Because now you have no choice to them. We're giving you free will. We're giving you the choice. If you don't want to hear it's a test, it's true life, so you say it and you cry to us to say that it's real, the pain, the sorrow, then why don't you turn from it? The fear and knowing that if you've been through this, so you say again and again and again, and the trials and the tribulations back to back, why don't you stop doing the things to see? You should already know and be scholared upon this other intellectual, other philosophy of this life to see how to get through it. But you still don't know how to change your ways, still don't know how to save yourself by it. You still have not learned nothing by it. That's the whole reason you keep repeating it. Because if you didn't, Logic, you would not keep doing it to see you keep crying about it, blaming him for something that you keep denying. I say, don't cry to me just as you know this concept of it, and it's the same message, and I hate to say it. You cry to me about something that somebody doing to you, but you allowing it. Isn't that what you call crying wolf? And then you hear on the news that something happened. Well, what you mean by it? Well, that's all we're saying. How many ways do we have to interpret it for you to understand this? Make that decision before you don't have a chance again. And so you know many, I tell you, so you complain about that and you blame him. People done fall away from this. Why you let them? That's what you say to him. But he's done that for you to see. You have chances and actual reflections to see the past and the present, to see what your future should be, because you have people that fallen away because of this, because of the direction that it's leading you. If you don't repent from this, how dare you use the mercy that he gives you and resentment? You don't even know the true meaning of this to question him, the things that he do when he's a fear God and he's always been. For you, he's hold back the four winds for you. He's made people's ways crooked, as I'm saying, to make your way straight for you. As you know them fall away. For you to see that example, that sacrifice, that message in it. For you to have a chance at this life of living. For you to get the mistakes and correct them. Not for you to make the same mistakes and fall away just like them. To see in the end, the answer will always remain X. To see you did not learn nothing. You became the victim, using everything around you like he's a fool to blame him. I don't want to hear it that way, because it is just what it is. And that's why you run away. Because if I wanted to say it typically, I'd be saying the same thing that you already say already. But you don't change by it. It's said that we have to say this now to see we did not want you to feel ashamed by it. But man, when we say it this way, you be ashamed then. You get it? Because it's that serious. Nothing's never boastful in the end because it isn't funny. It's sad because it truly is what it isn't. And you think it is. Like, these are not games, this is serious. And we can't persuade you because we can't help you if you don't want to be helped. We can't make you. That would go against everything that he is. He doesn't show partiality. He is a fair God, and if you don't want it, he won't force it. But he helps you to make you see what's best for you and helps you make you see the beauty in what he's already created. Just use it. If I have to interpret everything down to earth for you, I will. Because I've lived through this. You're the person next to you to see if you want to listen to these things and agree and then say, but it's hard here. I get that's a typical thing. When what he's saying is enough for you to get it. But since you're still here in flesh, you still feel as though he's not covering everything that he needs to for you, selfishly. But that one thing was everything, because what he's telling you is that you have everything that you need in you to make decisions, the message, those keys that I've given you. You use them in everything and everywhere. You are who you are, wherever you go. But if you lose yourself and you lose those things, you are an empty can, walking, you are lost in the world. But you are here. That's the difference. That's what he's saying. And that's also what happens. So you look at it that way to see what you ain't doing or what you are. So he has covered it. But that's what you mean, interpretation, for us to cater to you the way we need to for your sake and for your understanding. We get it. Interpretation. Same answer. Different equation. You need your strength, even if you don't think you need it. And I'm saying that soulfully, because on the surface, anybody can think strength is from the physical looks of it enough. I say you can have that and still have nothing. Some people don't even think about it. So again, I said you need your strength. And I'm saying soulfully, even if you didn't know it. Because that's the only thing that's going to save you in the end. Everything on the surface is temporary. And you also have to work hard to keep up with it. But if you're already strong inside, that's when you start to see people try to take it from you for some reason. And we ain't talking muscle. Clearly, you can do that on your own by doing nothing. That message, only you allow it. So again, the true definition of what it really is, not the surface, but the root of it is the spirit. And what does he say? The flesh is weak, as he says it, and the spirit is willing. So when your flesh is weak and you're old and brittle, temporary, your spirit got you, because it's never left you and you never sold it. It's hard to be weak when your spirit rooting for you, even when you know you don't want it to. I don't want to be alone, but I do. So it helps me, and it keeps me focused, which is the difference between your mind and your heart. I feel, but I know. And you pick between the two. Whichever side that you pick, you should see picking those things exactly which side is ruined and which side hurts you. I don't think your heart is what's best. Eventually, your mind has always been the same from the beginning. Not that your heart changed, but it seemed as though you can use it that way. You can't use your heart growing up, now seeing that people don't feel the same way. And they might harden my heart because of it. I might allow them to see I can't use my heart as the way I used to. Because I know it. But I can continue on doing me and God sees it. But it's going to be one day to where it might change you for some reason. But it ain't some reason because you know it. Because it's what you've allowed to see. Come to Him about it. Because I know you might feel guilty within turning away from it. Your heart. Knowing that's what it's there for to do. Love. And you cannot use it the way that you would in prolonged situation because people deny it. People don't want it. So what do you do then? When you're not seen because of this on the surface? Even though He answers those questions, well, typically you say because you know this. What's best for me is what I know I need to do, regardless. And that's walk away from this. It's not that I would ever. It's not even me really walking away. It's my spirit and it's helping me. Matter of fact, it's holding me right now if you're not knowing of it. Because it hurts me within telling you this. And I've already gone past and telling my old self this. It hurted me every second of it because I never was ever going to make a decision on my own to do this. In the future, me is telling myself that if you didn't know this, you're still in my heart to see. I cannot change it. But what keeps me, and what always has been, is what I know. And it helps me to stay focused. Until it is what it is.